check this out, guys. How sick is this? That is a sick emote. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hello, Shut Up Sigma, and welcome to the channel. So we've got new Overwatch content. It's like, thank you, Blizzard. This lovely crumb of brand new Overwatch content you've blessed us with. It's one of these mini challenge events, but there are other bits of info we've got. So there is the update to the career profile page, which I'll show you guys in a second, while you just look at the majesty of the Maestro skin for Sigma, which just looks beautiful. But also, we've got some comments off Jeff relating to possible Genji nerfs, which are actually going to come in, because the buffs to Genji were a bit too good, which is interesting, and that's coming to the experimental card soon. But I got the details on that, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Firstly, let's talk about this skin. Oh my lord, this is beautiful. Now, one thing Blizzard do, I love that. I love that. I love that face. That is just incredible. So one of the things Blizzard always do is make incredible skins, especially when they're legendary quality. Almost all of them are just absolute top tier. So let's just go and take a look at this. So we're going to go into the hero gallery, and we're going to go into good old Sigma. I've just showed you guys the emote. I guess we'll show you the emote again because it's so good. Just check this out. It's so beautiful. Look at that. It's wonderful. I mean, this really fits Sigma's whole, like, persona and everything. It's so, like, he is the Maestro. He's the crazy Maestro. It's just great. I love that. This is so good. And by the way, all Sigma skins with shoes are actually top tier. So that's why the new Maestro one is top tier, because ain't nobody about them Sigma feet. Anyway, let's get out of it and we go to skins. Now, this is the skin. And you know what? I really like this skin. It's got a load of cool details, and he's got a drum on his back. At least I believe that's a drum. It looks like a little drum. And it says, I think that's Sigma's surname. I might be wrong there. It could actually also be the surname of the voice actor. Now, I'm not sure again. I'm just throwing these things out randomly. I can't actually read what that says, but yeah, or it might just be the make of the drum. I don't know. Right? But I'm all about these wild references, so you guys can probably correct me in the comments below because I'm being an idiot, which is generally what I am. Anyway, there's a load of cool details on this. So you've got sort of like all of these like little valvey kind of like things all over him, like you know they press them and the valve opens on the instruments and all of that good stuff. But also you'll notice that his weapon, or his weapon arm gaunt, well, it's his shield projector, isn't it? Whatever that is on his arm, it's actually a bit of a violin, or a fancy violin, and it's actually the same shape on his shoulder as well, which I think is really cool. But yeah, it just looks great. I like this skin. It looks great. He's got nice white gloves on. He's got lovely black sort of fancy shoes on. He's got his black tuxedo on. He's got like a... It's just fancy. It's fancy as hell. I love this skin. It looks great. I love the crooked glasses. And just a closer look at the weapon. It's just well, they're just spheres. Like, yeah, okay, nice bit of detail. Looks classical, I guess we can say. So I like this a lot, Blizzard. It's nice. And you're probably thinking, well, Sty, how do I win this stuff? Well, it's easy. Because everybody can get it. There's no challenge, really. They might call it the Sigma's Maestro Challenge, but it's basically just play 9 games in quick play arcade or competitive. So basically, go and find the fastest game mode you can, grind out 9 wins, and jobs are good, and Bob's your uncle. And, well, Bob's a robot from Ash, but you just win all the stuff. So you got a player icon. Honestly, I don't really care too much about player icons. You could probably knock them up in 10 minutes in Photoshop, which is fine. It's probably why there's a billion of them. But also, this, though, is the first time we've got an emote in this, and I think that's really cool. And I hope they do stuff like that for future mini-events, where we're getting more than just like a player icon, a spray, and then a skin. Don't get me wrong, the skin is the main attraction, but yeah, you win 9 and you get the skin. So good stuff. I like this. Nice stuff, Blizzard. Good stuff all around. Now, the other thing we've got is this. It is the new career profile page. Now, I've showed you this on previous video because it was on the PTR, and they've pretty much put what was on the PTR onto the live service. Now, there isn't really any new information here. It's just better presented information, which is awesome because at a glance, you can see what the hell is going on with your account. And most crucially, you've got this, which is the most played heroes thing. And I reckon this is something which is going to feature prominently even on profiles when they are set to private, because if I privated my profile and you couldn't see anything, but you could see Soldier, Reinhardt, and Zarya, you'd be like, okay, well, this guy, he can play Reinhardt, he can play Zarya. Or maybe I can change these to the heroes I want it to be, to show people on the team that today, these are the heroes that I'm probably going to play and I might be better at and whatever, right? I think that would be cool, and it would help with just having people with private profiles and you don't really know what's going on. Anyway, this is cool because there's a load of information here which is better laid out. Hero comparisons, still the same, that info. I love it. I've got actually this broken down at the moment to competitive and all competitive seasons, just because I think it's funky when you see all of the just stats put together. So you can see I've played 745 hours of comp on this pork pie account, which is incredible, really. Now, I've got a few different accounts, so things get really confusing in my head because I look at this, I'm like, I've played more support than this. I know I have, but not on this account. And I've played more tank as well. In fact, I would say that probably tank is by far my most played role. However, on this account, it's damage. It's really cool, like, seeing this information. Anyway, yeah, you can go back in time. So you could go, I don't know, down to like season 5 and be like, oh yeah, this is back when there was no role queue and it was just open queue. And I played a lot of Soldier that season. So this was kind of like me being DPS, bit of Tracer, bit of Winston. Yeah, good stuff. Maybe it shows me what my win rate was on this page as well. Again, like, all of this is broken down by each individual hero. It's just easier to navigate. This is a good change all around by Blizzard. I do like it. This is something which is probably going to point towards future Overwatch 2 UI integrations, and this is probably the first step on that path. You know, sort of like, this is the little baby step, then eventually they'll be like full steam ahead. Look at what we've got, all this crazy stuff with Overwatch 2. And of course, we know we've got a new UI because, well, I played it at BlizzCon and we've seen it. So yeah, you got all this info. It's beautiful, good stuff. You gotta love it. It is great. Okay, let's go back to overview and then let's just take a quick look at all modes. So this is what I've played across everything, and I think this is really cool on this account. Look at that, 433 hours of damage. That's crazy. Just crazy to me. So this is good stuff, Blizzard. I like this. Good job, Blizzard. All right, so I'll quickly show you guys the patch notes. It isn't really too much to talk about. It just tells us about the new event, which we all know. Yeah, that's great. This is going to run until the 27th of July. Way more than enough time to get out there and win 9 games. That's dead easy to do because, remember, you can do it in pretty much any game mode, which is super easy to do. We've also got the new soundtracks, which are available. Now, these are on... Actually, I'll show you this. So this in the bottom corner of the screen, if you click that, it brings up this page. Now, I've not seen this before. It's a QR code, so you can just use your mobile phone and be like, hey, I can load up what I'm looking at on my phone. Now, I thought this is a bit weird on PC. I was like, what the hell? But then it struck me, this actually is probably more for consoles, maybe, because you don't really want to open the browser in consoles, because I guess that will be kind of messy. Not that I've ever done that before, but I guess it's a bit messy, whereas on PC, it's like, I don't really care. I'll minimize the game and do it, but I don't know. Anyway, you can go and open that, and it takes you to the webpage, and all of this stuff is available on Spotify. It's on Apple Music, basically your favorite streaming platforms. You can get hold of the official soundtrack of Overwatch, which I think is really cool stuff, and it's got really nice album art as well. Anyway, yeah, going back to the whole patch notes, there's not really much going on here. There's just a bunch of everything I've shown you guys, basically. Then we've just got a bunch of bug fixes, which I don't think a lot of these are too massive. However, what I want to talk about now is a change coming in. We don't have much details on this, but this is actually coming to the experimental card soon. So Jeff commented on competitive Overwatch Reddit. Somebody was saying, when can we expect another experimental card? And out of the blue, as generally Jeff kind of does, he just posted on this and said, oh, we've got 2 experimental cards in the works. One is focused on some balance changes, some Moira experiments we were unsure of, and some minor toning down of Genji. The other is a failed experiment that we figured might be fun for some to try. We're not sure what order they will be going up just yet, but we're hoping one goes live sometime next week. Sometimes things come up and those dates change, so please manage your expectations accordingly. I feel like Jeff should be called Jeff Manage Your Expectations Kaplan. Anyway, yeah, this is cool news because we're going to get 2 experimental cards fairly soon, well, at some point, and one of them is going to include nerfs to Genji. Now, what makes this massive is everybody has been like, uh-oh, Genji's a bit OP. And at first, I was like, yeah, that's not cool for Genji nerfs, because Genji's like, you know, we like seeing Genji at the pro level. It's cool and whatever, but I think he is a bit OP. So I kind of want to go back on that statement a bit. He's a bit strong, right, at the moment. And I think when it comes to Genji, you look at things like the balance, you look at where the power of the hero is. A lot of it is, well, it was in his blade, but you don't want Genji to just have only power in his blade and nowhere else, because then he becomes a blade bot and nobody likes that. But then you don't want to keep the same level of blade and then beef up all of his other kit, because then he becomes really strong. So it's really difficult with Genji. It's like, what do you want to do with him? We know the devs want to turn him into sort of like a close range, like he's a flanker, but when he gets close range, he's got that burst damage. That's what he can do. And the fact he can cancel his deflect as well means that he's super strong, like super, super strong. So maybe they'll start doing things like you can't cancel your deflect again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that pretty much sums it up, guys, for the update for today on Overwatch. Go and check it out. It's a nice little mini event. I know a lot of you guys are probably not super playing Overwatch at the moment. If I'm honest, I'm not sitting there grinding out 10-hour days of Overwatch. those days are long gone, but I do play for a couple of hours every now and again. I'm in this very much Overwatch 2 waiting room, and in fact, most of my Overwatch time now is spent with making Overanalyzed, making Guess the Rank, of which we've got an absolutely awesome Guess the Rank coming out. Should be tomorrow. And the new series, which is incredible. I am not even joking. Like, this new series is incredible. It's the Overwatch has Got Talent, and I'm trying to, like, work out how to do the editing with it, but it's so good. Like, the clips we've got for that are just amazing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm rambling. I'll leave the video at that. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.